what are your great memories of this Champions League group stage?
Great.
Manchester out.
That's great.
Oh yeah.
That's too sad.
Oh, we love it.
Wow,
I
that's
love
crazy.
it.
Well, I enjoying
You
it.
guys are toxic.
No, we don't care.
Red flags everywhere, yo. The great memory is that we clinched the European football, Benfica. We didn't be disgraceful. We wasn't disgracefully
Moving
out
on to
like
games that
Manchester
actually
United.
matter.
Yeah, we
Wow.
don't care about
Wow.
Benfica.
Moving
Wow.
on to games that actually matter. We'll start off with Group A. Bayern Munich.
Who cares about this group? It's out.
Okay,
Actually, no,
yeah.
I can't lie. I take it back.
Bayern Munich win the group.
As expected.
Copenhagen second place, and Man United they hit Skids Row. So
Where they belong.
Is this the minnows you was talking about, Copenhagen?
it was just an intro. I wasn't really.
You wasn't referring to
No.
nobody specific?
It was just an intro.
Cool.
So what do you think of this group?
I'll let you go first since you're Bayern.
The group was
Fanatic.
good. I mean, Manchester's out. We're happy. Copenhagen second place. I think they played really good. Strong team, young team, defended, attacked pretty well as a team, as a unit. Galatasaray at third place. Europa League for them. Also, they played very good this game. They were very good this competition. They were very well. Manchester, I mean, lack of words, honestly. But, I mean, hopefully next season they do better and they can bounce back. But
Hopefully next season they don't do that because they took our spot. So I need Man U to stay where they belong.
Honestly, for me, this group was amazing because no one was ever going to expect it. I thought Man United would get second or third at least. To come last, especially with Copenhagen as a group, in their group stages.
wait, what you got against Copenhagen?
Well, first off, if we're going to look at the caliber of teams here, Copenhagen's at the bottom of the barrel. If we was going
yeah.
to be real. Second off, I would say Galatasaray coming third. I think, Mikey, if you're hearing this, apologize ahead of time. But honestly, I think Galatasaray's front three is way better than Manchester United's front three. And that's probably another factor of why Manchester United became at fourth place. Wilfred Zaha, Ziyech is amazing. He's playing way better
Cooked him.
than, Rashford at the moment. I'm not saying they're better overall. At the moment, they're playing better, and Icardi. So shout outs to them for securing third. Manchester United fourth. Just tells me how their season is going, And if I look in the Premier League, I can say, yeah, it's right there, right about right. So, yeah.
How about you, Jason?
Well, I was gonna ask you about, as a Bayern fan, what does this mean? This group mean to you?
I mean, I wouldn't say the group was easy for us, but I mean, there is some very good players in our group. Galatasaray was Ziyech. I mean, Copenhagen, I really don't know it. Much players from there, but they're a very young talent team. A team that really fights really hard to get. I think they deserve second place. They really did attack very aggressively throughout the competition. But I mean,
Are you guys more proud in Copenhagen or more disappointed in Man United?
I'm more happy about Copenhagen becoming in second place than Manchester.
I would say proud of Copenhagen because Manchester United has been in the downward spiral. So at this point, it's like I should be more proud on something that I least expect than something I do expect. But if I was a Bayern fan, just to piggyback what you said, I think this was a walk in the park.
Yeah.
I think for the last 3 years, I think they finished with 14 points or higher in the Champions League. So this was a walk in the park for them.
Yeah. On a Group B, Arsenal, they win the group. PSV in second place. Lens in third place. And Sevilla, they hit Skids Row.
Yeah,
That's strange.
that is very strange. I can't lie. I think Sevilla didn't even win a game at this group at all. They just tied twice and lost 4 times. Yeah, I know. They're also, I think, 17th place they're at 13th place in La Liga mid-table, and they're right close to 17th and 18th. They're 3-point difference. So very weird. a prize for us because for me at least because we know that Sevilla and at least Europa League or in Europe at least produce something, but they just didn't. I don't know. Shout out to PSV because they performed really good. They're in first place, I believe, in Air Division. But Arsenal takes it, and I think they deserve to take first place, and they're playing really good football right now.
Walk in the park in that group with Arsenal, though. I mean, is
Yeah, I
there
would
really
say so.
competition
I
over
would
there?
say so. It was a walk in the park. To be
I mean,
honest.
Sevilla, I thought Sevilla should at least turn it up a notch. Second, but I mean, last is like, wow. I mean, they always play for Europa League, it seems like, for the past couple of seasons, but finishing at last just doesn't make any sense to me.
I
Arsenal at
expected a
first.
lot more from them. A lot more than zero wins. A lot more than that.
Do you
I
think
agree.
it's a more surprise that Sevilla got 0 or that Copenhagen got second?
Two different groups? I
Yeah,
I can't.
You
Yeah.
can't.
Nah, two different groups.
All right, I know because the stature of Copenhagen and Sevilla, being
I mean-
back-to-back champions, all that.
Europa League
Europa League, yeah.
winners.
Yeah. All right, I guess.
Yeah, with Sevilla. That's why I expected them to do a lot better than they did. But again, very disappointed from that team. I mean, honestly, that team, it just doesn't. There's not a lot on the team that screams out to me, in terms of its uniqueness or the way that they play football. It's just very like whatever, for me. Granted, I don't really watch La Liga like that, but Sevilla would be a team I expected way, way more than they gave me in this Champions League.
Yeah. Like I said, in Sevilla and La Liga, they're not playing good. I watched a couple of La Liga games. They're in 13th place. So just that whole they've been underperforming. So I don't know. It's just I'm very surprised and baffled, if anything.
I got a question. To go back on Group A, what was your guys' best game?
Best game here would be Galatasaray Man United.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that was a very good
Yeah,
game.
that was a really good game. But yeah, back to this group. I would say, Arsenal walk in the park, and my best game for this group would be Arsenal PSV. I think that was a good game.
It was okay. It was an okay game.
I agree with Jason.
It was an okay game. On a Group C, Real Madrid win it. Napoli second place. Braga third place, and Union Berlin go home.
Yeah, so similar to Sevilla, I'm disappointed and actually shocked with Union Berlin. I don't.
Can you be though? Because they were gonna.
mean-
this group was Real Madrid and Napoli.
Well, at least to fight and try to get third place.
I mean, they sit 14th place at the Bundesliga League. I mean, they're not really a great team.
Well, what I'm saying is, I know that they're not even sitting 14th as we speak right now. They're in 16th place, promotion for relegation, which is a surprise because 2 seasons ago they were just at the second division. Then they fought and qualified, and now their first season in Champions League, they're just the bottom 3 in Bundesliga. So for me, that's crazy. I just find it real wild that they come in last. Shout outs to Braga because they actually performed really good. I think.
Braga played well.
It was just a tough group.
They
that-
played okay.
No, I think they played really well. For
I
the
mean,
competition
like,
that
group
they're
to come in
in,
at
they played
third,
real good.
They
In my
just
opinion.
had to be better than Union Berlin, though. That's all they had to do.
No, but even against Real Madrid and Napoli, you're obviously expected to lose. I think they played really well. They didn't play as a team that will get destroyed 4-0, 5-0. You know what I mean? I think they hold their
that
own.
is true.
Obviously, it's going to be overwhelming because you're facing Madrid, 14. You're facing Napoli, who's just way better. I think they performed real well for what they were, the position that they were in. So yeah,
Which was a guarantee. If they just took care of business against Union
You can
Berlin,
say that about anyone. You can say the same thing about Union Berlin. If they took care of Braga, they could have got third.
no, but Braga is a team with a lot more experience than Union Berlin in the situation,
Braga
Yeah,
hasn't been in
and
Champions
especially
League
in a group
in
that it's
like
already
10
technically,
years.
especially in a group where it's already written who goes through. Basically, like Napoli around just going through, unless the freaking hell freezes over.
Yeah, no. No, so if you really think about it, Braga hasn't been in Champions League in 10 years. No one rates the Portuguese league. They're like 6th. Bundesliga is probably like 3rd. So if anything, a lot of people had favorites Union Berlin to go in, not Braga, in my opinion.
No, I would think that Union Berlin is similar to like a Red Star Belgrade type of thing.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes,
I agree.
because they're
Really?
new to the competition. Yes,
So then, what about Newcastle?
Newcastle, they've been in the competition.
2003.
Are you gonna let me finish?
Go?
They've been
I
in
wanna
the
hear this.
competition before, but they also have a big amount of money going into the club. That's the difference. That's the difference between why I
Money.
expected money.
Interesting.
Because if you look at Union Berlin, the way they came up to to get the Champions League spot, it's not exactly a team with a lot of history, like Braga. It's not a team that
Has history.
compared to Union Berlin.
Not that much.
No,
We're talking about one or two.
compared to Union Berlin.
What history does Braga have in the Champions League or in Europa League, if that? Maybe not Europa League, but Champions League.
Exactly, in European competition.
They have history.
Yes.
Wow. I don't know.
Have they not been in European competition
They
before?
have. They do
Being
qualify
in it-
almost
for me,
every other
being in it
season.
does not being in it does not give you history, because if that's the case, then you could say, what is it, PSV or Copenhagen, because they always get first in their group and automatically qualify. That doesn't give you history.
What do you mean first in their group?
First in their
League?
Yeah, exactly, and they get automatic qualification. So that doesn't. For
Well,
me,
because
that
they
doesn't
fought to
equate-
get first
Yes,
to
but
get that spot.
What I'm saying is that for history doesn't equate to you just appearing in Champions
No, but
League.
I'm saying that there's experience there when Union Berlin don't have that experience.
They have some players that have experience.
No. But I'm saying as a team,
They only got one.
Who?
Bonucci.
No, they have
There's-
Volland. Kevin Volland. What? He doesn't count? Why doesn't he count?
I mean, who,
I didn't say anything.
nah, you gave that face. I mean,
This group was we already know who was going through in this group.
true.
it was really up to third place. I agree with that.
It was
I agree
really
with
up to
that.
third place, and they just had to be better than Union Berlin. And in a competition where obviously you have cups, domestic cups, and you have important games. But I'm just saying, in terms of in Europe, I've seen Braga in more situations like this, where they are in the group stage and they are fighting for something versus Union Berlin. Like there's not that backing of experience and knowing what to do or how to play in a certain situation.
I agree. It's like they're just there to be like, oh, we're in Champions League, where Braga will be like, okay, we're in Champions League. If we can't settle for 2, let's play for 3 and like focus on Europa League.
I mean, I disagree at the point. I'm sorry. I disagree with that at all.
What do you mean? I mean, look, Union Berlin, they played great against Madrid. They I'm not saying they would have won that game if they were Braga, but I'm saying that when you get into a battle and you have some experience and your place in that group and where things are going to kind of fall. You just have to make sure that you take your chances when you take them. And I think that Braga was a team that I would expect to make it into third place rather than Union Berlin, because they just newly got pushed up into the Bundesliga 1, and then they got into the Champions League. So I would expect Braga to do better.
So yeah, I guess the only thing I disagree, like I hear your points and everything. I think the only thing I disagree is this experience, but agree to disagree, I guess.
All right, on the Group D, Real Sociedad win the group. Inter second place, tied on points. Benfica go into the Europa League, and Salzburg go home.
Yeah, I don't
You
want
want to
to
set it off? Nah, you can set it off.
I don't know. Damn. So I definitely think Benfica underperformed at
Yes.
all levels.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yes. Real quick, you didn't even let me
Nah,
finish my.
it's
You
a
want to let me
fact.
finish my point?
Nah, go ahead.
I think they underperformed 100%. I know they had injuries in their back lines, but for me, it's still Schmidt out. I blame him for majority of the situation problems that we have,
Really?
100%. And the only thing that I'm surprised at is Inter Milan. I thought they would perform a little better. Shout outs to Real Sociedad, because they did perform good. They did play well, especially against Benfica. They did slap us around. I'll
Yeah,
admit
in the
it.
first 30
Oh, they
minutes.
definitely did.
Yeah.
It's like, what, 3 goals
Yeah,
first half
three
already
goals
within
in
30
like
minutes?
27 minutes.
Yeah,
something
that's
like that.
wild.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that
you
was
guys are
wild.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So shout outs to them. I think the way they played, I think I would give them first place. 12 points tied, but I'll give them edge and give them first place. So this exactly is what I say. Like the points is an accurate reflection of what how they performed in play. in my
Did you
opinion.
guys have a chance? Did you guys really
Honestly
have a
speaking,
chance?
looking back, I generally do think we had a chance.
You guys had 4 points.
I think ever since Anthony's red card, or not Anthony Silva's red card, it was all just downhill from there.
Was it really the red card though? Because
Yes.
that's the second time that you've
Because
talked about
because if we won that game, I don't think.
I mean, that would just be one game though.
No,
Yeah,
but
that would've just been
that
one.
equals morale. That brings up confidence, everything, and I think
But that's where that experience comes in. Like you don't get too low off of a loss, you don't get too high off of a win. And
Yes,
Benfica's
true.
experience in the competition.
but yes, Benfica as a team is experienced
Yeah,
in this competition.
exactly.
But player wise, there's a lot of new players in the Champions League that's there.
I can
João
agree with
Neves
you on that.
doesn't have experience in Champions League. That back line of I forgot the left back's name has no experience. Ba has only 1 year in Champions League with Benfica. So I don't know. I blame Schmidt 100%. I think his tactical choices was
Yes.
bad, but yeah, no, I think we definitely deserve Europa League. 100%.
What about Schmidt's tactics don't you like?
His player selection is not great. Substitution's not great. There's key players that he keeps on the bench and waits last minute to put on, which I don't disagree
Such
with.
as
He doesn't play Neres a lot. He doesn't play Florentino a lot. Had an excellent season last season. But that on a game that we must win, he changes the formation to a 3-back that we never played in, which is I think is a stupid, decision to make. If I need a win, I'm gonna play a system we all know, not something that is.
I mean,
new to
unless-
the team.
Unless he's playing 3 backs, so you guys can be more aggressive to push forward.
I understand that point, but I'm not trying new tactics on a win game. That is one of big criticism I have of him.
Tuchel does the same thing with Bayern, and sometimes it pays off.
We're not comparing Tuchel, who had the easy group, to Benfica, this is pretty much a tough group. I said it before.
and he has the players that Benfica don't
I mean,
Exactly.
Benfica in this group, they should have been easily in second place.
I don't think easily.
should-
I don't think easily. I even said in the
I mean,
beginning
they
that this
have-
would be the second group of death. I said this from the beginning. This would
With
be
Real Sociedad, I mean, look, Real Sociedad, they played well. Inter should have been definitely first place. With Benfica coming into Europa League, to Champions League, where they have experience for seasons and seasons, they do have great seasons, but to come in
had great last season. too.
third place is like they got to do at least a little better than what they.
I thought
at
they
least
would,
what they showed
I thought
us.
they'd be fighting at the same level as Real Sociedad for that
Exactly.
second
no,
place.
and I agree with you. I thought
But
so too.
Real Sociedad kind of threw a wrench into that by playing so well, and Inter not playing as well,
Yeah.
and they kind of effed over Benfica like that. But I thought you guys would be right there fighting against Real Sociedad, but they played better than I thought they would.
No, I agree. And like I said, the Silva red card was just the pinnacle point. After that, it was all downhill.
What do you think about RB Leipzig? I mean RB Salzburg. Sorry.
I honestly thought they were going to get last in the group. I think
They had some good
think-
moments.
I think they're a great team. Don't get me wrong. No disrespect to them. they're
Again,
great.
not enough experience though.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I
But
think.
they are good. They are a team that are good at developing young players. And
Yeah, their team
selling
is
them,
very
yeah.
young.
So shout outs to them. But you're already at a disadvantage just based off that team alone. You know what I mean? Starting with young players, new system, fitting them in the league.
Yeah, they could have easily got Europa League in this group.
They
too.
could have.
Yeah.
And leave it to Benfica to leave last minute just to score and get third place. If they got last, I would say 100% Benfica. You deserve it.
But now they got third. They still, they deserve it technically.
Technically, yes, but if they got last place, like I said, 4 points tied, I would be like, okay, yeah.
I mean,
we
technically
deserved
they
it.
did get last place.
They're tied for
Yeah.
third.
I thought
not
they were
fourth.
gonna
No, no,
finish
no,
in
no, no,
last.
Third. No,
I mean,
no.
They have the same
They're
points as
tied for-
last.
They had the same points as third.
As
you
last.
start up and go down. No. Don't
Okay,
come
all
here.
right. Anything else you want to tell us about that group? Any other venting you want to tell us as a Benfica fan?
Besides, no. After that, if anything, I think Inter underperformed. Yeah, no, that's it. Those are my key points.
All right. On the Group E,
Actually, game to watch here, which breaks
the
my heart.
the best game of the group.
Which breaks my heart to say was the 3-3.
3-3 with Inter.
Yes.
Nah, Real Sociedad.
Yeah.
3-3 because we was up 3-0 at half.
Real Sociedad and Benfica was a hilarious game to watch.
It was, but I think
Not more than
Actually,
the
no,
Inter
no.
game
No,
though
not
that
more
was
than- yes.
it was Triller.
RB Salzburg versus Benfica was a funny game to watch.
It was a
one, the
very
red
funny
card?
game.
Yeah, the
3-0
2-0
first. I'm like, whoa.
3-0.
2-0.
Okay,
2-0.
thank you. Exactly. Yeah, 3-0. Keep comparison. Get it. What
Did you guys
talking
win the
about?
game or not?
We did. 3-1. What are you talking about? The last game, 3-1.
All right. On the Group E, Atletico Madrid won the group comfortably. Lazio second place. Feyenoord, they come into the Europa League, and Celtic go home. Is there anything to talk about in this group?
I think it was cutthroat. You know,
I expected Celtic to do better.
That's what I was just asking you.
You really think?
Because you said
Yes.
You said
Against what team though? You like against Lazio?
you talk about
Against
history, right?
Feyenoord, I expected them to go into
I mean,
Europa League.
Feyenoord. I mean, they got a decent league when
No,
it comes
'cause
to.
I think Lazio is better than Celtic. I think that Feyenoord, they I didn't not say that I expected nothing from them, but I expected Celtic to do better, be a more aggressive team in this group, but they just weren't.
See, this is what I was talking about. Which one do you think has more experience, in your opinion?
What do you mean,
Feyenoord.
Feyenoord and Celtic?
yeah,
I mean, obviously Celtic has like the history
yeah.
behind it, but like to me, like after this, obviously like Celtic is not a club to be. I'm not saying that they were feared before, but honestly they're not. I wouldn't take them seriously right now. Like they're definitely rebuilding.
Yeah,
But Feyenoord is a young, fun team to watch.
It is.
honestly, I always considered Celtic to be an underdog team. You know, throughout the years of Champions League, but I do think they underperformed. I think Atletico Madrid definitely dominated. Lazio is, I think, the better team, not including Atletico Madrid. So second place makes just about sense. But
Yeah.
to be honest, I didn't think, like you said, I think Celtics underperformed. I didn't think Celtic played up to their level.
Yeah, left
Am I-
me
yeah.
disappointed, to be honest.
Exactly. I think they could have put a little bit more on the table.
And maybe that's just like my old head coming out, but like
Yeah.
I really expected more from
With
Celtic.
Sam Maurice and all that. Yeah. You don't remember Sam Maurice? Celtic? The Greek guy?
No, I
Oh,
don't.
man, yo, bro.
I don't.
Shout out
Sorry.
to anyone who knows, man.
All right. On to the actual group of death, not Benfica's group.
I said the second.
The actual group of death, Group F. Dortmund, they win this group. PSG barely make it in second place.
What's this barely?
Milan go
Nah,
to
they
Europa
barely made
League, and Newcastle, they're going home. Skid Row.
Skids Row. You want to go first?
What did you expect from this group?
This group was wow, it was full of thriller. I definitely wanted Newcastle to come through either to Champions League or Europa League. I think they deserve the way they fought and made PSG look like who knows, but Dortmund came in strong. I mean, they really had really good games. PSG at second place. I mean, let's be honest. They did struggle this
Look
group.
bang average.
Yeah, they
look bang
struggled.
average. They look bang average.
See, this is the thing. Like, if they looked average, then what did Milan and Newcastle look at you? Because one qualified and one didn't.
Yes, Milan. Okay, like I said, barely. Right. I had Milan and Newcastle going through. I thought Milan would win the group, and I thought Newcastle would come in second place. Newcastle, again, the experience did not show through. They played well. They had some really close games, but they made PSG look like they were bang average.
Yeah,
And then during their game, PSG they look lucky to get a point from that. And if that switches, that completely throws this group into like a completely different group.
Yeah, no, for me, I think Newcastle fought real hard. Like they showed why they, deserve to be in Champions League. For them not to get
And they get nothing.
yeah.
for them not to get nothing is
sad.
But
it would
Milan has really disappointed me in this group.
is a sour taste in your mouth. Milan too.
I mean,
I think they underperformed. I think their big problem is their back line, in my opinion. I think they lacked. Their defense is lacking. Besides Samari, I think he's amazing, but other than that, it's definitely lacking. PSG though, they qualified at the end of the day. That's all that matters.
Barely.
You know what I mean? They barely, but qualifying is qualifying, and you got to remember this is the group of death. Anything could happen. We had Dortmund come in last place, and it didn't happen. To be
That's
that
why.
way.
Can you stop defending PSG, please?
I mean,
It's not defending.
Can you
They
stop
qualified. You
defending
got to
PSG?
give credit where credit's due.
At
They
last place,
qualified.
though, that's like you honestly think Milan right now during Champions League, throughout the past seasons,
Yes, because
you think they
got
can like they
semifinals.
haven't really fought in a while.
They got semifinals last season. They did fight.
Yeah, but this season they're
Exactly. That's what we're talking about this season.
See, I would say that, you know, I'm disappointed in Milan, but if I supported PSG, I would still be like, yeah, we got through, but man, like we could have done it a different way. We could have played
No,
well.
that's true.
We could have
Yeah.
actually played like we have a superstar on our team.
But you also got to remember this is the group of death for a reason. Like I think you guys are underplaying the
but they
severity
still
of
have
a group of
arguably
death.
one of the best players in that competition.
They have Mbappe, yes, I understand.
But they should be
but this
coming
is-
in first.
This is the group of death. There's a lot of new players in that squad as well. I think you guys are too
But it's
harsh.
still a great squad.
It's a gel together. You're not going to do it in one season.
Obviously, you're not going to do it in one
I mean,
season, but
yeah,
there's
but-
still quality players on that
Yeah,
squad.
exactly.
I will not deny that, but this is a group of death for a reason.
Like you said, like you were talking about earlier, on paper, PSG is one of the best teams in Europe.
On paper, yes.
But they
100%.
played like again, bang average in this group.
Exactly, because why? Now let's analyze.
And they got luck. If Milan was on their shit, there's no way PSG would have gone through. They would
You
have been
could
in
say
Europa
that
League.
about any team. If Newcastle was on their shit, they could have been done.
Newcastle were on their shit. They just didn't get calls to go their way, and things did not go their way at times.
Yeah.
I wouldn't blame it on calls, but
Bro, the last
you're just
game,
saying
the
with
last-
you're
the
just
last,
literally saying
the,
with PSG
the last,
that game. Yes.
the last game of the group, literally everybody tied, so everybody stayed where they are.
Yeah.
If Milan and Newcastle, if there's one other goal in that game, this whole group is flipped upside down.
Well-
and I'm saying that the PSG with Mbappe and with all that money and all that, they should not be put in the situation where that's the situation they live in. You know,
Well,
they should be making Dortmund have to worry about the last day. They should be
well,
punching their ticket to their way through.
no, I hear you, but when I looked at the last game, I knew PSG was going to make it. They needed at least because
PSG didn't make it. They
They
didn't get
the
lucky.
1-1.
Newcastle and
I
Milan
personally don't think it was
pushed PSG through.
No, I personally don't think.
Yeah.
Well, first off, the last game Milan won.
The last game
Milan won Newcastle 2-1. 100%. I said
Okay,
it again.
yeah.
It's
You
2-1.
are correct.
But what I'm saying is, when I seen that last game, besides the results, I knew PSG was going to win because Milan needed I think 3-goal or some 2-goal, difference just to, because they're going to be tied just to beat PSG. You know what I mean? So I already knew that PSG was going to go through because Newcastle's not a team, because they were been fighting like dogs. They're not a team to sit there and just take 3-0, 4-0. Like, I knew that wasn't going to happen. So, like I said, I knew PSG
Wait,
was
who
going to go
you said
across.
PSG?
I knew PSG was going to go across because even if Milan win, they needed to win by more points. And I knew Newcastle's not going to sit there and just take 3-0, 4-0. No, they're going to fight
Yeah.
hard because they needed the win also. So I already knew PSG was going to make it, in my opinion. The only surprise in this group was Borussia Dortmund, which they won.
Borussia Dortmund
They won
were-
because of their defense, 100%.
Yeah, their defense
If
was on
we
point.
if we look at the next three teams, their defense was not in par with Borussia Dortmund's. Borussia Dortmund's had very good defense. Sully, Hummels, Szoboszlai played amazing, and defense wins you games. So 100%.
Szoboszlai.
Not Schlotterbeck. My apologies.
Schlotterbeck.
Yeah.
yeah.
Schlotterbeck.
Yes, but
So-
like I was saying before, I was wrong about the final day of the group. But if the referee wakes up on the other side of the bed on some of those days with PSG,
No,
literally they're in Europa League.
Yeah, no, I think one of the games against Newcastle, the first leg, I think they
And
had a
the
couple-
second leg.
In the second.
No, yeah, I see your point, but it's the group of death. I think you guys are underplaying it. I really
and
think
you are
you're
really
underplaying.
extending this olive branch to PSG. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yo,
Do you like them?
No, don't.
Do you like them?
No,
Yeah, I think
I
so.
don't.
That's your new team.
Do you
They're,
like
they're
them?
not my new team.
Are you already on the Mbappe wagon, but now you're in PSG?
I would like Mbappe to go to Madrid if anything, but no, I'm not. I'm not a wagon. I'm not.
Are they your main thing now?
No, never will be. They
So,
have no
so
history.
why
talent.
why give them so much leeway?
Because I think you guys are being so harsh.
They want to be the top team in Europe,
yes, I
but they
understand
play
that.
like like nobody's business.
In the group of death.
Yo,
Nah,
like
man.
you know what I mean?
Where-
It's the group of death for a reason. Anything can happen. Like you said, the ref can wake up on a bad day. You know,
No, they put themselves in the position.
Good and throw a curveball.
they
like Real
put
Sociedad.
themselves in the position where those calls mean a lot.
Okay, that's true. But yo, shout outs. Why aren't you giving their flowers? You know, they got second place,
Because they were bang average.
but they still got second.
They made it through because everyone else's situation wasn't great. The only team that played great. Nah, let me not say that. But again, that I look at them like, I mean, I can look at Newcastle, I can look at Milan, and I can look at PSG. Aside from Dortmund, I look at them teams, and I'm like, they could have played better.
All three of them.
All
Yeah.
three of them could
Yeah,
have played better.
I agree. But yet one got their shit more together than the rest.
More together. You think that's more together?
It's not
One
by
team
much.
has one
It's
team
not
has
by much.
Mbappe. No. But if you look
See,
at,
that's what I'm saying.
if
You hold. This is a team sport.
You like
one
you
man.
like you okay. You like to play the paper game, right?
Okay.
This team on paper, right? PSG.
I don't play that game, but okay.
No,
continue.
you like that game.
I don't know.
You
It's,
like that game. You like that. Oh, this team on paper game. You like that.
Yeah, but paper's paper. Soccer is something different than
you're-
on paper.
You're damn
You know,
straight.
like
You're
Barca
damn
lost
straight.
so
But
many
we're gonna
games
play the
with
paper
having
game.
80%
We gonna play the
possession,
paper
don't mean
game.
nothing. All right,
If
let's play it.
look, if you look at PSG squad, right on
Okay.
paper,
Okay.
over Dortmund, who you taking?
I'll take PSG.
You look at
PSG.
PSG squad over Milan. Who you taking?
PSG.
PSG.
You look at Newcastle squad over PSG. Who you taking?
New PSG.
All right then. So why were they bang average?
Because this is the group of death.
Why did they rely on referee? Sorry, not rely. Why
They
did they?
didn't
Why
rely.
did they get lucky?
Why does
With-
it have to be luck?
Because it really was.
Why does it have to be luck?
Because we saw the game.
So then, basically, what I'm hearing is you're blaming the ref for the.
No,
or-
I'm blaming PSG.
Okay, you're blaming them for getting second place.
I'm blaming them for not playing like a team that wants to be the best team in Europe.
Okay.
Which that's obviously what they
What
want
was
to
the
do.
main objective of PSG in this group stage?
PSG want to be the best team in Europe
No, in this group stage. What was their main objective?
to win the group.
To win the group, or and to get out, and they achieved it.
When you're PSG, you don't get out.
You're supposed to just
look
clear.
to exactly.
This
You're
is not-
supposed to be
this
like
is- this
with
is-
you're
Bayern,
supposed-
Madrid, and Man
Exactly.
City.
You're
Just
supposed to-
clear.
True.
You're supposed
this is
to-
not
They
true.
did not
Because if you
clear
look at the
nothing
last
out.
3 years of what they did
No,
in
no, no,
Champions
no,
League,
no, no,
you
no,
cannot say
no,
they
Felton.
were clear. Like,
Felton,
no.
no. Felton, with that, no.
With the paper, they should be clear, but
They are-
with their history, they should not be first. They should not come out easy, especially in a group of death like this. That's all I'm saying.
I'm saying you're giving them too much leeway. They want to be the best team in Europe. They should be
Yes.
Bayern clearing this group.
Should be, but history shows they're not.
No. Like you said, should be.
But history proves not otherwise.
Bro, you can look back at history and say shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Exactly.
But to everybody that was thinking of that group,
They would say the first or second. 100%.
exactly.
Yeah.
No. They would say they are the best team in that group.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And they didn't play anywhere near like the best team in that group.
Okay. I understand your point. I understand 100%. Yes. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is they got through the group.
No. But that's okay. I'm
Okay.
fine with
But
them
they
getting
shoulda
through,
did better.
But they got through by the skin of their teeth. Like they got like
Barely.
literally again.
I'm like 60, 40. Like, yeah, skin of your teeth, 60, 40.
Okay,
Like,
so
I'm not-
you agree then. So you agree.
It's not outstanding and overwhelming, yes. But yeah,
Excuse me.
yeah, I think they should have performed well. They're lucky not to get third. But like I
That
said,
was my whole point.
but like I said, going into that last game, I knew they were not gonna not qualify.
But they shouldn't have put themselves in that
They
position.
shouldn't.
That's
Yes,
what
they shouldn't. 100%. But
Exactly,
they
so-
qualified, so give them their credit.
if you're a PSG fan, are you expecting Dortmund to wipe the floor with that group?
First off,
Are you expecting you guys to be bossing that group?
no. Obviously, as a fan, I would want us to boss the group, and I'm thinking that, yeah, 100%.
All right, so but would you give them the leeway if you was a fan?
Yes, because it's the group of death. 100%.
They should have cleared that group easily.
Not easily, because then it wouldn't be the group of death.
This is a
What
team
does
that's.
group of death mean to you?
Okay,
I mean, you.
What does group of death mean to you?
group of death means it's the hardest group and that anyone can make it through.
Yes.
Anybody can be a
So
casualty.
that-
Anybody can be a
So
casualty.
that includes the favorite and the last favorite. Anyone
Okay.
can be a casualty. Anyone can be the victor.
no, okay, right? But if you look at that group, right?
Okay.
Who do you think? Who do you think is gonna be?
I would think in the group of death, the winner would be PSG. I'm not denying it, but it's like for me, it's like you guys are not taking into account of group of death. That's what I'm saying. That's more leeway than you. I
Oh,
think
man.
you're discounting that information right there.
Okay,
Agree to disagree at this point, but that's
Nope.
what I think.
They should have did better.
They should have. I never denied it, but it's the
They
group
shoulda
of
did
death.
better.
but that was my whole point.
But it's the group of death. But no, you're asking me. You're asking. I agree with your point, but you're asking me why do I give them leeway? Because it's a group of death.
I didn't ask why you give him leeway. I asked why you give so much damn leeway.
Oh, because it's
So
just
you're
a group of
practically
death.
holding their hands and be like, "Yeah, it's
Exactly.
okay. It's you made it, but it's okay. You made it, but like,
But
bro,
now it's do better. It's basically like your parent. You know, you come back. They tell you study. You know, they quiz you. It's like okay, you come back and you know, it's shakwada if you mess up the second time. So right now I'm giving them leeway. You go and you do something stupid around the 16. You know, we're gonna talk.
Obviously, it's the round of 16.
Of course.
But okay, let me ask you this: does their round of 16 look good? Looking at their group stage.
What do you mean? Well, it depends on who they pick. I
Okay,
don't know who they
obviously,
pick, yeah.
but if you was just looking at the team, the way they played in the group stage, does their round of 16 chances look good?
it
It depends on who they pick.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously,
it
but I'm just
depends.
saying overall.
If you're gonna say it by how
Their
they performed,
performance.
yeah,
50-50.
Obviously, I would say no, but then again,
So
I
you're
think
leaning more towards no.
I would say it'd be an unfair assessment because of the situation that they were put in compared to the other teams.
That's not what I'm asking. I'm
You're saying
asking
how they performed, but I
based
feel like
on the performance
Yes.
in the group. What is their round of 16 looking like, regardless of the team that they're going to play?
Yeah.
Look at their
I don't think
performance.
it's. I don't
Are
think
they
it's
going
a
to
fair
show up?
assessment. I
Are
don't
they-
think it's a fair assessment.
Can
because
you
of
answer
group
the
of
damn
death.
question? Can you
I
answer
am
the damn?
answering. I don't think it would be a fair assessment for me to answer it. It wouldn't give it to context.
So you're choosing
The
not
tr-
to answer it.
I don't think it would be a fair assessment.
So you're choosing not to answer it.
I'm choosing not to give an answer because it wouldn't be a fair assessment.
So you're choosing not to answer it.
Because it wouldn't be fair.
Looking at the facts that we have in front of us, and you're choosing not to give a
Exactly. It
prediction.
wouldn't be fair because it's a group of death. You can't. That performance is already going to be tainted as it is.
Why would it be tainted?
Because you're not. Because their performance is going to be a lot different than.
So if you look at Dortmund based on their group, would you think that they're gonna play well in the round of 16?
Yes.
Round of 16. Oh, so why can you give Dortmund prediction, but you can't give PSG a prediction?
Why
prediction?
give
I'm
Dortmund-
asking. I'm just a little
No, no, go.
confused on why you can give some teams this
kind of biased.
this.
it's not
Thank
bias.
you.
It's
Thank
not-
you.
it's
Like,
not
and
bias.
I'm confused. Like, I get it. Mbappe, Real Madrid, yeah, but like, it
Real
hasn't
Madrid,
happened
Mbappe
yet.
has-
It
yeah,
hasn't
exactly.
happened
It
yet.
hasn't
So,
happened yet.
so why can you give?
And if anything, he told
So why
Florentino.
why can you give Dortmund a prediction, but you can't give PSG a prediction based on their
you know
group
why?
stage?
I'm glad you asked. I'll answer. I'll settle your confusion because first off,
I'm not confused. I'm just asking. You the
you're
one
asking
looking
because you want
confused.
answers.
You the one who's looking confused.
I'm not looking confused. The reason why I give them like the difference between Borussia Dortmund and PSG is because first off, PSG, if anybody were to be in that situation and perform like PSG, it would be like, okay, oh yeah, second place, yeah, anything can happen. But the fact that the difference is that Dortmund, right, being in that same position and thriving in the group, you know what I mean, shows the quality of the team. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly. So therefore, I give them more credit.
Okay.
But if Dortmund easily performed like PSG, I would still give them the same amount of slack because it's still a tough group. But for a team to thrive, you give them credit.
You're saying thrive.
Thrive,
right?
yeah, they
thrive in this
100%.
group, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And I personally had Dortmund in last place.
Me too.
So why do you give them?
because
Why do you change your stance from saying Dortmund last to saying, okay, you're able to change your opinion based on their performance?
yes,
Look at PSG's performance.
yes,
And look at the way you predicted them in that group.
yes.
Based on that,
Okay,
what do you think about their chances in the round of 16?
it's looking grim.
It's looking slim.
Okay, that's
Yes.
what I'm in for a team that wants to be. You're able to change your answer for Dortmund,
Well, you're saying based on the performance, what do
Exactly.
I think they'll do in the
Yes.
round of 16?
which is what we're looking at.
Yes, I would say it's looking grim, but I still don't think it'd be a fair assessment because of how.
Is it a
But
fair
it's like,
assessment
do you-
for Dortmund?
But you,
Yes, because they thrived in the group.
But PSG didn't thrive in a pressure situation.
Exactly.
Yes, and
Yes, they did.
now from now on, it's only pressure situations.
Depending on who you pick. Depending on if they get you can't get Copenhagen because
We'll look at who they draw next,
But if you get anybody else,
based
like-
on their, you made an assessment based on their performance in the group.
yeah, if I'm gonna go by performance in the group,
Yes, which is what I'm asking overall.
but the group itself was difficult than everyone else.
Dortmund were in the same group, but you still said that they're gonna show up. I'm just asking, is PSG gonna show up?
I would hope so. I would hope so.
you know, he's
I don't
beating
think
around
so.
the bush.
I don't think so. I don't think so. They'll show up, but I hope so. I don't think they'll show up, but I hope so.
Is that what you would expect from a number one team?
They're not a number one team though.
Are they not looking to be a number one team?
Yeah.
Is Dortmund not looking to be a number one team?
On
Not-
paper, though, they're number one team.
No.
And Dortmund, you can look to be, but PSG are actively trying to be the best team in Europe.
They're trying to win the Champions League, yes, and be the best team in Europe. Correct. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. This is not a performance of a first place number one. Yes, I understand. Their chances are looking slim, even though they were in the group of death. They are looking slim, 100%. But it's a big, long time till February, so we don't know what's gonna happen till then.
You're right. It's not like it's right
know
away.
what I mean? Yeah,
but
exactly.
I'm just saying,
So
based on
forms
the performance,
in Champions League
you
alone,
would give you're extending an olive branch to PSG a little bit more than the other teams. I'm sorry to go on such a long
No.
a long tangent. I apologize to my podcast members.
Nah, you're all good, bro.
What was the best game of the group for you guys?
When they were losing 4-1. Easily.
Newcastle, PSG.
Yeah, 100%. That was a great game. Show them what they really are. And then just to go back home to get 1-1. Disgrace. Nah, that was very terrible. They barely made it through.
Yeah, PSG and Newcastle was a good game. I think that I expected more from the Milan and Newcastle game though. I think they ended 0-0. I
The
thought
last game of the group.
no. The first meeting. I think it was the first game of the group between
Yeah.
the two. I expected a little bit more difference between them, but it was I expected more, but I guess Newcastle was kind of playing it safe
Yeah.
in that group, which is understandable for a first game of the group.
Yeah, the first game was 0-0.
Yeah. So we'll go on to the next group. Group G, Man City, they win the group. RB Leipzig in second place, Young Boys in third place, and Red Star Belgrade in last. Is there anything to talk about in this group?
Absolutely not.
No, they just
Absolutely not. Man City dominated as they should. No surprise there.
Leipzig second place.
Leipzig, everyone
right there.
expected it.
Expected.
Sorry, apologize. Damn.
No, that's
So
all
you
right.
cut it out. But
Yeah, you want me to chop it up?
Yeah, because that was bad. But yeah, Red Star Belgrade last place, 100%.
Yeah. Plain and simple.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. On the group H, the last group, Barcelona win the group, tied with points with Porto. Shakhtar Donetsk, they go to Europa League, and Antwerp last place.
That was also a good group. Good
There was some
group
good
too.
game. There was some good games in
With
this
the
group.
Porto and Barcelona game.
That was a good game.
Yeah, stop.
That-
it. This is not a good
Porto
group.
played
Stop
well
it.
that game,
Why
man.
is this a good group?
I mean, well, besides the other one like Shakhtar, was it Shakhtar Donetsk,
Donetsk.
and Antwerp, but
Antwerp.
I mean, with Barcelona, I mean, coming from, I mean,
why
they-
is this a good game? A good group. That's
a
what I
good
want to
group.
ask.
I mean, because Porto and Barcelona, I mean, they're not the best. But
Similar teams.
They're not similar teams.
but it was like good to watch them play because I think they were at the same level with competition for both teams.
There's no way you're gonna sit here and tell me Porto and Barcelona are in the same level.
Well, but
If
what-
you go by what you just said in the beginning history alone, Barcelona takes the cake.
yeah,
over
but like
Porto.
right now though, who is Barcelona?
What are you talking about? They won La Liga. What are you talking
I
about?
mean, but we're talking about Champions League though.
Okay, yes, and are they not striving to be number one in
In
Europe?
Champions League,
And
does it seem like it?
Barcelona striving to be number one? Not right now.
No. What are
They're-
they striving?
They
What are
tied
the goals?
points with Porto,
They're
12-12.
They're not.
That's why they
They're still looking.
underperformed.
I would say that Barcelona are still looking for an identity.
Yes,
They're
And they're
looking
looking
for
looking for a
identity.
key player. I
Yes,
see.
and they're looking for that key player, that cutting edge.
Yeah.
They're cutting edge.
Lewandowski, I think, was
Yes.
a bad signing. He's a good striker, but he's just
He's over the mountain.
he's
I
not
think
there
it was
no
a
more.
great signing for them. I think there was a striker that they well needed.
Yeah, to bring experience maybe for somebody else, but
For who?
But
No,
for right
that
now,
was- I think that was.
I
a
mean,
good
they should
signing.
have bought someone that's like at least a little younger. I mean,
For
Lewandowski's
Suarez
a good
leaving
player,
and
but
having Lewandowski come after Suarez.
They're the same age though.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know, but I think one's
They are
what-
very similar
they're
in age.
similar,
similar in
maybe
age, yeah.
one or two.
But
But
for Suarez leaving and then for Lewandowski coming back, I think that was a good signing for Barcelona.
But didn't he struggle his first season back? At
he
Barca?
struggled,
First-
but I think he still stopped top 3 goal scorers in La Liga. If you consider that struggling, then go ahead.
I mean, you that's not what Lewandowski was at Bayern. But Lewandowski was a freaking Bayern goal machine.
But your first season in a new club, becoming top 3 is
Bro,
not a
he's
good accomplishment.
over the. But okay, but I'm not saying respect to Lewandowski, but there's no. He's not. He's over the mountain. He's over the mountain.
yeah,
And if, like you said, they had Suarez, but then they chose to get a similar age striker, when I thought that they would go young,
Yeah.
and they would build towards something new, which is why I said that Barcelona and Porto is similar.
I disagree with that.
Okay, they don't have to be 1-to-1, but they can be close in terms
They're
of.
not even.
Yeah, I can agree
If
with
you're
that.
talking about close as in 7 to like 30, that's how close they are.
Well,
Not
I
close at
thought
all.
that because I think Barcelona are still transitioning,
yeah,
and they're not anywhere where they're gonna be anywhere close to what they will be. I think because they're still more for that team. They try to bring in people like Rafinha, but that hasn't worked out for them. There's obviously there's things that they can work on. There's players that they can get to be better. Like they're great players. They're just not the players that Barcelona need to be number one, and that's why I say they're transitioning and they're not aiming to be the best in Europe because they're just looking to be the best Barcelona right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I gotta say is yes, I understand that they're transitioning. They did leave Dembele. They did. Lose Dembele. There's a lot of players that are new to the squad. João Felix, who's having an amazing career.
Okay, you see,
He's so far he's having a good season. I would not say okay. He's in form.
Okay.
pretty
Okay.
decent.
You're saying okay overall, but right now he's in great form.
Okay, you can say that. Okay, you can say sorry for saying okay so much, but João Felix, right? You can say he's been okay. You can
But you're saying
you can say
okay.
okay.
I'm not saying
you can say
okay.
he's been good, right?
He's-
but
he's
at the end of
in
the day,
form.
in form or not, he's not a Barca player. He's not a Barca player.
he's basically
he's
confirmed.
no. Don't do that. He was a Chelsea player last year. He getting passed around.
Yeah, he
He
really
is
is.
getting passed around.
Exactly,
But in
so
Chelsea,
it's-
but in Chelsea, because he doesn't want to be in Atletico.
Okay, and exactly. So he's not a
Chelsea-
Barca. He's not. He's
last-
not.
if
He's
we're gonna
not a
compare last
long term. He's not a long term option for them.
No, I disagree with that because
You think that Barcelona
season-
are going to pay the 90 whatever million?
They'll get rid of him in a few
I think
seasons.
so. I think so.
No.
I think so. I think they'll cough up the money for him.
Nah.
I think they would. Yeah, 100%. The president gave money out of his own pocket to get Felix and Cancelo. So if that's the case, I think they would get him if he performs good this season.
How much money out the pocket? 90 million?
I don't know how much off the pocket off the top of my head.
90
'cause
million
he's
is
still-
90
he's still
million.
a loan deal, so
Yeah,
I don't-
that's a
I don't
lot.
know. I don't know how much.
You think
but
he's gonna be doing that for every season?
If he performs this season like I think he is, and he continues that form until like April or whatever, I don't see why not.
If he's so good and he's doing so well, why is he getting passed around?
Well, first off, because he doesn't want to be in Atletico. That's the problem.
Why
so
go there
why
from
doesn't
the
the
first
team? Why
spot?
doesn't the
His
team want?
first place.
Why doesn't the team want to buy and
Price tag
invest
too
in
high.
that?
Price too high.
Okay, right.
Atletico spent
So,
mad money
okay,
on Felix
and-
from
and,
Benfica, and they want their money back.
Okay,
100%.
and Anthony, right? United spent 100 something million on him,
Okay.
right? You don't think João Felix can give $90 million worth of value to a team?
I think so. He can. That's,
I think if a team thought that he could give $90 million worth of value to a team, they would have bought him.
Yes, that's true, but not in Barcelona's current state.
Obviously not. That's why I said
Okay,
they're
then.
transitioning, because the front office is not great.
Yes.
The team, the players, they're okay players.
Yeah.
But the whole referee scandal that's going on, the whole financial stuff that's going on, there's a lot going on with that team.
Yes.
That's why they're not fighting for Europe. They're just trying to be the best them right now.
Okay, but my point is this. My point is to compare them and say that them and Porto are like one and the same. Maybe not 1-1, but close. I think it's
Similar.
I don't think that's an accurate assessment at all. Everyone, when they look at Porto, last season, what did Porto do in Champions League? If they even left. What did they do round of 16 left? No. Barcelona didn't. They went farther. Every year, everyone expects Barca to go farther compared to Porto. Even when Barca was in that time of crisis, everyone expected Barca to perform and do better. They had that crisis, they won the league. No one was ever expecting it. They won the league. They when they had the crisis, they went farther in Champions League. I forgot what it was. I think it was
La Liga is a
quarterfinals.
2-3 horse league.
No, it's not.
Come on.
I say 2, 3, or 4.
2-3 horse on
two-
a good year.
Okay, and then Portuguese league was what?
3.
It's a 3 horse league.
No, it's 2.
3.
Okay, 3 because Sporting just now. Yes,
Okay,
okay.
yeah, so 3 horse league.
So they're the same in league.
That's what I'm
in league.
Come on.
But the quality of league is two different things. The quality of the league is two different things.
But Porto are playing up right now, and you
There's a-
expect so much more from Barcelona, right?
You can't say they're the same because first
I'm not
off,
saying they're the same. I'm saying similar.
You can't say the league are similar because in the
I'm not
last
saying the leagues are similar. I'm
Yes, you
saying the
did. You
teams
said-
are similar.
you said a 3-man
They're in
race.
similar
I say the
situations.
the teams.
Yes, 3-man race. That's what you said. But
Yes,
if you look
when I'm looking at the league,
if you look at Europe the last 4 years and you look compared the Portuguese league and the Spanish league has done way better.
there's
Double.
more money in the Spanish league.
Yeah, there is
So
a lot more.
they're not the same. With more money, it becomes there's more achievements and more that people expect you to reach.
But what I'm saying is Barcelona are not even in that. They're not looking to be the best. They're not looking to
They
be,
can.
That's why
that's
I'm
not my point. My point is they might not be looking to be the best, but to compare them with Porto, I think is a dishonest assessment.
I think
mean,
that's
the
a
way that-
fair assessment.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
The way how they play,
I don't think so.
it shows.
Everybody that when they think of Barca, they think, oh yeah, they can at least reach the quarterfinals. When you see Porto, you do not think anything about.
I don't
that.
think quarterfinals when I look at Barcelona.
Yeah, I look at like
What do you
semi.
think of?
I mean,
Semis?
quarterfinal. I
Even
mean,
better.
that was a no. That was a
Semifinals, deep down inside,
Right
you know,
now?
semifinals.
Right now?
No, that was a
I don't.
mistake.
You think quarterfinals?
I don't think
When
quarterfinals.
all right, and when you think of Porto, what do you think of?
I don't think of quarterfinals.
What do you think of when you think of Barca? How far do you think they can achieve with that team and squad?
Getting out of
Round
rounds
of
of
16.
16.
I think that's dishonest. I think that's dishonest.
It's not dishonest because
I
it's the
think that's
truth.
dishonest.
It's just my, it's my
think that's
my
dishonest.
analysis.
I think it's a
I
dishonest.
think because to me they're both around the 16 out.
Yeah,
I disagree. I disagree.
Okay, what do you see in this team that I don't?
Well, first off, I see a great manager that's actually
Okay, yeah, Xavi, he's okay.
great manager.
He's doing
yes,
good.
yes.
He's doing good.
I see young players that are actually pulling their weight, as
Like?
Xavi and Pedro.
So where do you see
Gavi.
Barcelona
Gavi, sorry.
after?
I see them at least going to quarterfinals. Porto, I would see them out in round of 16s.
Nigga, this to one of this basically the same. I said similar, not exactly
One
the
and
same.
I could see. What I'm saying is this: I can 100% expect nothing less than quarterfinals from Barcelona, but I can see semifinals. From
I
Barca.
can't see that.
I can see it.
I can't see some.
I
can't
expect
see it.
nothing less than a quarterfinals, but I can see a semifinals.
I can.
100%.
I think you are completely overrating, and you. I don't know why. Again, it's so weird. I don't know why you're giving PSG this
Yeah,
love.
PSG
I
should
don't know
not
why
get
you're
no
giving.
slack.
I don't know why you're giving Barcelona this love. I don't know where.
And that's your
this is
rival.
coming. Exactly.
That's wild.
I don't know where none of this is coming from. I know. I am confused. I am
Lost.
Confused.
I am so confused on why you think so highly of these teams.
It's not that it's Barcelona. There's history attached to it.
Yeah, the name was, but now it's not
Bro,
there no
you
more.
can't say it's
not
not there.
there
It's
no
always
more.
there.
The
Right. No, no, no,
transition
no, no.
is coming.
It's always there.
No, it was-
earlier when we were talking about Braga, history meant nothing to you.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah,
I said
no.
Braga does not have history. That's what I said.
I said compared to Union Berlin.
They don't. They're one and the same. You're not gonna,
Union Berlin were a second place team. I'm pretty sure they were a new team.
Yes.
And Braga has been around since the freaking 1900s.
But that's what I'm saying. Just because you're in Champions League doesn't mean history. You know what I'm saying? Celtic, well, they've won Champions League, but because of their position, they qualify for Champions League almost every year because they get first place.
Braga don't get Champions League every year, but every time I think of when
They-
I think of Braga,
they
I
get
think
more
of
frequently. They
when
get
I
more
when I
frequently.
look at Braga, I
Don't
think
say
of
Red Star.
I think no, I don't. I think
You said Red Star earlier. That's crazy.
Braga and Red Star. No, I said Union Berlin and Red Star.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Well,
said
continue
Union
with your point. Yeah.
similar,
Okay.
but Braga, I can I don't know why in my mind, but in my mind I think of okay, yeah, tough. They're tough out, but yeah, they're out. Yeah,
The-
like they'll try, like they'll give a good performance, but you know, at the end of the day, you know, let everything fall where it may. Braga's gonna be out. Like that's just how it. But for you though, for history, for Braga, it means nothing. But for history, for
I
Barcelona,
said they don't have history. That's where we disagree.
No,
I
and
never said history don't mean nothing. I said Braga don't have history. Just because they're in Champions League don't mean you have history.
they haven't had years of Champions League.
Say it again.
Braga haven't had years in the Champions more than
But
10.
that's what I was telling
More
you.
than 10, and Union Berlin is their first.
No, but that's what I was saying. Just because you're in Champions League doesn't mean history.
Obviously not. It's with performance and
Exactly.
with exactly. And Union Berlin, how can you give Union? How
How
can,
can you give Braga? Braga haven't been in Champions League in how long? Since what, 13, 14?
bruh? That's that. Okay,
And even if they were, they just get out.
Right.
Like,
Oh,
come on. They
no,
haven't
no,
been
no.
in Champions League in a very long time.
it doesn't matter if it's a very long time. The reason is once you get that first attempt out the way, you learn a lot.
Bro,
Union
that's-
Berlin are still getting their first attempt out the way.
That okay, it's gonna be far fetched, but you're gonna get my point. I'm gonna say Benfica has a chance of winning Champions League because history. We've won 2 back-to-back. No, it's been so long.
No,
Exactly.
Definitely
because
not.
No.
Because
61,
I knew you guys were
62.
gonna like that. Yeah, I knew you was gonna
No.
like that. But that's what I was saying.
it was
because
not
it
the
was
Champions
so
League in
far-
It was called the European
62,
Cup, yeah.
61.
Yeah, have you laugh.
Nah,
Yeah,
it
have
was
you laugh.
nowhere
Yeah.
close to Champions
Yeah.
League.
Okay, have you laugh. Okay, cool. But that-
It's just
Yo,
how it is.
it's just the,
But that's
the
what I'm
hoop-
saying.
The
It's-
hoops you jump through is
No,
crazy.
but
Yeah.
that's what I was saying. That it's a long time. Braga has been a long time. Union Berlin a long time.
Bro, I'm not talking about the 60s. I'm talking about like the
The
2000s and above. Like they've been there. They've been in Union Berlin.
Braga?
They've been in Union Berlin shoes where they get that first year in Europe, and then now they're learning. They're building on. They're building on that.
Braga has been. They did good in Europa League. On that
Exactly, which is a European competition with pressure.
that you don't rate. So
I don't-
So now
I don't rate
now
it.
we're bringing it. Now
No,
we're bringing it.
No,
You
I don't rate
but
it for my team because I want my team to win the Champions
You
League.
don't rate You don't rate Europa League at all.
Because I want my team to win
No,
the
no. I'm
Champions
not,
League.
exclude your team. You don't rate Europa League at all.
I don't watch the Europa League
You don't. I didn't say watch. I just said you don't rate it at all.
for my team.
No, I just said remove your team. You don't rate Europa League at all.
Okay, looking at my team, yeah, it's a competition with.
You don't rate it though.
What do you mean
You
by
s-
by
you
rate it? Like I
clearly-
respect it.
No, you don't. You said
Because
it. You
for
said
my
the FA
team-
Cup is
No, no,
worse.
because-
No, I'm saying exclude your team. Exclude your
Wait,
team.
I said what?
you,
I said, wait.
you, and Mikey.
Wait, what did I say?
You disclude. You said it's the same thing, or if not, FA Cup is more than Europa League. So that means you rate the competition low.
Yo,
You do if you even rate it all.
I need to hear that snippet because I don't remember that at all. I need to hear that snippet.
It's cool.
And
It's
two,
pretty
I
crazy.
don't rate it because from my point of view, my team, I want them in the Champions League,
Yes.
lifting that. I don't care
I
about.
agree with you, but I'm saying
Let me
exclude your
finish.
team.
No, I can't because that from my perspective, it's just Liverpool because it's my perspective. That's just how I am. So I'm just telling you, as a Liverpool fan, I don't because I want my team in the Champions League, but I can't say that the Europa League means nothing because it obviously teams care a lot about it, and you know we gave Sevilla a freaking bump in morale or a bump in expectation because they had won it a few years back.
Okay. Yeah, but what I'm saying, well, okay, I see what your point with the Sevilla. Okay, that's a valid point. But what I'm saying is basically that when it comes to Champions League, when I look at Braga, when I look at Union Berlin, I say one and the same because they both don't have
Similar.
exactly similar. But when I see Barcelona and I see
Porto.
Porto, I do not see similar.
Similar.
I do not see similar. I think anybody that you ask, if you hear the name, just hearing the name, let's take Champions League out of
That's
the way.
history.
Okay, and performance-wise, no one's gonna think Porto.
That time is gone.
No, even this, if you see performance-wise, no one's gonna say Porto.
Porto has some bangers in their history, but that time is not.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying.
2003.
That's what I'm saying. Barcelona,
maybe
it's not
2010
2013.
to
It's not
13.
2013 no more.
Yeah, but Porto had a good squad 2013.
It's,
10 to
Barcelona
2013.
don't have the same squad as they did in 2013.
I
man.
understand that, but still, for the players that they have on paper, if you want to play the paper game, you want to play the paper game.
Go ahead.
All right, then. If we play the paper game, Porto is way lesser and
Similar.
no, they're not. I disagree with that statement.
Similar because
No,
that team is
I'm
just not
I'm not comparing Lewandowski and Tonali. I'm not comparing Rafinha
over
with,
the hill.
with Galeno.
You're thinking.
Galeno.
You're
I'm
thinking.
not-
Dude is
You're
old
thinking.
now.
I'm saying the paper
He's
game.
thinking
Dude
of
is very
history.
old.
In
history.
my eyes, I see you're thinking. You're saying Lewandowski. You're looking at history. Their
Liverpool.
pedigree.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
Tonali or Tomori from Porto.
Okay. Relax.
Okay,
All right.
you're taking Galeno, you're taking Rafinha.
Yo, okay.
So on paper, but you expect.
Rafinha has been struggling. Okay.
So you're taking Galeno?
I'm just saying Rafinha has that team
But
is
that's
not
the point. If you play
exactly.
the paper game, people
want
are expecting
these. No.
They're not one and the same
I'm not saying they're the same.
or similar. They're not.
On to the knockout.
We're not
Yeah,
gonna agree.
this
Agree
is-
to disagree, but I'm sorry. They're not.
No, guys were talking about
we
it all
don't.
day.
We do not agree.
Agreed.
Yeah,
to
definitely.
do not
no, there's no.
agree.
You guys
Agree to
disagree on
disagree.
every
I
point
don't.
and every
I don't
argument.
That's why
agree
we
to
agreed to-
disagree.
His
Alright.
point is correct. Your point is correct. Who cares?
Your point is
So
wrong.
we agree to disagree.
Your point
Nah,
is wrong.
man. If he throws a point, jabbed. No.
Nah,
Bruh, your point is
I just
wrong.
find
I
it
just-
crazy how you can compare Barca and Porto.
But okay, but throughout the season, this competition, Washington, did you honestly think they were gonna finish in first?
Porto?
No, I'm talking about Barca. Like, well, not even that. Did you actually thought that they actually had a good competition?
No, I thought they would. I thought they would win the group.
Yeah, but did you think that they actually played well?
Who, Barca?
No, but yeah, Barcelona.
Barca? No, I didn't think they played.
Yeah,
I think
so
they
it's like-
underperformed.
Yeah, so like, but then Porto, did they play well or not?
I think they played what they should be playing.
Exactly. So,
Okay.
but with Porto and Barcelona, I think they were at the same level.
Yes.
They played very hard. They played good throughout
Okay.
the competition, but
Yes, they did.
but there was nothing like, oh wow, this player did this, that player did this.
Yeah, it was
it,
nothing
was just
spectacular,
more
yeah.
like just
okay, but
it was
my point-
balanced.
yes, I understand that. My point, it was balanced.
Similar.
But my point is, yes, they were balanced. But that's why I said Barca underperformed, because if like Barca
underperforming how?
underperformed because they should be first. They should have been.
But that's what makes
they
it
should've put-
balanced.
Why?
No, they should have
Why?
put the Atletico because
Why?
Because Porto and Barca are not the same. They are not similar.
Why?
Okay, not
Because Barca is better on paper. Barca is better history. Barca has a better coach. Barca have better players. I already said that, but that's why. These are many reasons why they're not one and the same, in my opinion, or similar. I think Barca underperformed because they should have pulled Athletic Madrid. They should have just dominated, and they didn't. So they underperformed.
No. In my
it's
mind,
just a balance.
again,
Agree to disagree.
No, I don't agree.
mean,
I don't agree
this
to
point-
disagree. On to the knockout. So we know who goes through in each group. We just went through that. So we're gonna go over the next games in the knockout, and these games are gonna take place February 13th and 14th.
Correct.
Yep.
14th, the 20th, and the 21st.
Yep. And then March. But,
And then
yeah.
the next stage is in March. So we'll go over the games. First, we'll start off with Copenhagen and Man City. What are your thoughts about this game?
So my thoughts is, I'll go first and then you can go. But my thoughts is, yeah, Copenhagen won, but they got second place. But like I said, they got second place with teams that are inconsistent in Bayern Munich. I mean, and not in Bayern Munich. I apologize. And Manchester United and Galatasaray. They perform well against these teams, but when you come to the big leagues and face a first place team like Man City, they're gonna get destroyed. I think they have no chance at all.
Well, how they play against Bayern in their group?
They tied 0-0, but
Sorry, I'm asking the wrong person. How
No,
they play against Bayern?
they
Nah,
tied
He's
0-0,
right. Though.
but
They 0-0, but they played well though.
they did play well, but Bayern still took the group. I don't think Bayern was worried in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah,
So
from that game they were cruising.
exactly. So when it comes to say a game that matters, like knockout stage, do or die, I think they're gonna get destroyed.
Me personally, I think Copenhagen is going to be the underdogs in this team. Do I think they can beat Man City? No, but if Copenhagen's at home, they're definitely gonna show them that like we're here.
The first game is at home.
Okay, so I think they're gonna show up, but going to Man City at home, I think Man City definitely got it. But I think it's gonna be a good game because this team is a young team and they're gonna fight for it. They've been showing that they want to fight and they show that they want to play to win this competition. But with the Man City game, I think it's gonna be tough because Man City is always show up to play. They're gonna. I think they're gonna clear them out, but it's not gonna be like a 5-0 or 3-0. It's gonna be like 2-1.
I was waiting for you to finish because for me, I think overall, when you add the two aggregates, it's gonna be like 5 to 7-0.
Nah, man, only Bayern can do that, man. Sit down.
Man City has done it, and they will do it. And Madrid has done it.
Bayern can do it
game,
consistently.
Next game, which is the same day, RB Leipzig and Real Madrid.
I think this is going to be a good game. Obviously, I'm a Madrid fan, but if I were to take that away, I think Madrid will pass over the line.
I think it'll be a close game.
Close game, yeah.
You think close?
Close games, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
game.
2-1
Within
close?
2 goals. Within two goals.
That's not really close in my opinion, but I agree
Within
with that
2
statement.
goals?
I don't think that's close.
That's a close game.
Like a 3-1, I don't think that's close. Obviously, it depends on the game goes. Like if you make a 90-minute goal to make it 3, yeah, it was close, but I don't think 2-1 is a close game.
I see Real Madrid still going through though.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
Although
Even with their injury struggles, I still think this
Alaba
team
being
is
injured.
better than Leipzig.
yeah, I think so too. I think Madrid will take over.
Yeah, they're gonna take that.
All right, on to the Valentine's games. PSG and Real Sociedad. So we get to talk about PSG again. How do you look? How do you see
How do
this
you
one?
guys look?
No. I'm asking you. What does this look like? You know what Real Sociedad is like.
Oh, he definitely does. He knows.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Honestly speaking, all right. If I was gonna be real, no matter what I say, I'm gonna get slide. Yeah, refresh your mouth, get ready for this. Yeah, I think Real Sociedad is gonna win.
Oh,
It's gonna be a really good game, but Real Sociedad will win.
oh yeah.
I think as a team, they're gonna play well, and I think it's gonna carry them over and beat PSG because, like I said, one man is not gonna carry a team. I don't care who you are.
What about you?
Oh, Real Sociedad all the way. Like he said, but Mbappe is not going to carry that team by himself.
He's going to do really well, but I am a firm believer that one man doesn't carry.
You think
the
he
team.
gets 3 goals in that tie?
Yeah.
Mbappe?
Yeah, you think Mbappe gets a hat trick in the 2
No.
games?
No.
Well, what first and second game or just one game?
First and second aggregate,
Oh,
like
aggregate.
total for the 2 games. And you still think that's not enough?
It's a team game.
Obviously, yes. I understand it's a team game.
I don't think he's gonna get it. I think he'll get 2, but not 3.
Hey man, he got 3 in the World Cup final. Man.
He did. Shout out to him.
Man can get whatever he wants whenever he wants, but something about this team, man. And you think this is acceptable for PSG? You think this is acceptable?
See, I knew he was gonna come. To this.
No, but if I'm looking at this team, if I'm thinking about this team, how PSG fans think about this team, yes, we should be going through. This should not be a close. Sorry, it should be close, but we should take care of business.
Yes.
right. I see Real Sociedad winning this, and if PSG win it, it's gonna be close.
Yeah.
And that's not acceptable for me. That is not acceptable for PSG because that's not what I see them as. I don't see them as similar to Real Sociedad.
There's a saying that says D's get degrees. So if they win close, who cares? Win is a win.
Nah, I hate that term.
You can say that phrase, but you also have to hope that the person that you're testing against gets lower than you if you get a D.
That's just a phrase. I think Real Sociedad's gonna win.
So how do you think of PSG's chances in the round of 16?
It's gonna be a dogfight, I think.
Oh, okay.
But I think Real Sociedad will win.
Okay. All right. Interesting. On to the next game, Lazio and Bayern.
Is there a point?
This is
there
gonna be a
point to this?
blowout.
No, not blowout.
Who's at home first?
Actually,
Lazio's home first.
4-0.
But I'm giving it to Bayern. And
then back at home another
probably
5-0.
4
4 to 5-0, maybe.
4 goal difference maybe.
Yeah. I think it would be lucky if Lazio scores first. I mean,
If they
do make
score,
a goal,
score at all,
It's
my
because of
apologies.
mistake from the defense.
Yeah, no.
To create chances to make goals, nah, no way. Maybe set pieces of corner kicks, but no, it's gonna be
To me, the only way that Bayern loses is if they lose concentration.
yeah.
It's honestly, if the only way they lose a game is if they lose concentration.
Upamecano.
It's gonna definitely be a blowout.
Yeah, I think it's a blowout.
So on to February 20th game, PSV and Dortmund.
I think this is gonna actually be a really good game.
Yes, this is going to
Yeah.
be a good
I
game.
think it's gonna be a good game. I'm gonna give it to Dortmund though.
I give it
because
to
of
I
what
will
they
give
did.
it to Dortmund because again, the experience that they have and the way they've been playing their group.
which
pretty
was the
good.
group of death.
It's gonna be like
And this is gonna. I'm not saying this is actually, I'll say it's a step down from what the competition they were.
And
in the
yeah,
group.
I agree with that too. I
It's a
agree with
step
that
down, but they can get caught out easy if they take it slow. And
too. They can't get
PSV
caught out.
is a young team, yes, but again, I'm hoping that the experience of Dortmund comes through. And
Yeah,
they
that's
can-
what I'm saying. Like they can't get caught out, but I think the experience of their back line, I don't think it would happen. You know, they're very tight and disciplined. I think that Dortmund will win comfortably, and this is a step down, like you said. I agree with you.
All right, on to the next game, February 20th, Inter versus Atletico Madrid.
that's gonna be a good game. Between
This is
these
going to
two.
be a good game.
That's gonna
I
be a
think-
real good game.
I think it's going to be a good game, but just quick points. I think that Inter is going to win. Actually, yeah, I think Inter is going to win because of the sole difference in attack. When I look at the attack of Inter Milan, you know, Lautaro Martin, like everything.
Yeah, there's a cutting edge to that
Exactly.
versus
Yeah.
Atletico Madrid.
exactly.
There's no real cutting edge to that offense, I would think.
So I'm gonna give it for that reason. I'm gonna give it to Inter. I don't know about you guys.
I'm going Inter as well
Yeah,
for that. What about you?
Definitely Inter. I mean, it's gonna be a really good game, but I got Inter coming out victorious.
All right, so February 21st, Porto versus Arsenal.
Porto.
how about you? Start it off, Mister.
I got Arsenal.
You got Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah,
Blowout?
they're better. They're a better team. No, because Porto is it's a tough. I call it a tough out. Like they'll play tough. You better take care of business, but they'll give it a try.
2 questions.
What's up?
Second question, depending on the first. Do you think it's gonna be a blowout?
Do I think it'll be a blowout? Does it have the potential for blowout? Yeah. But I don't think that it will be a blowout. I think it'll be within 3 goals for both games.
For 3 goals, okay. And my second question is this: had this be
Barcelona.
Barca, do you think there'd be the same blowout?
So Porto and Barcelona just intrinsically linked forever
Yeah.
now.
No, I'm just asking because I want consistency. So because you think Arsenal is going to be Porto, if it was Arsenal Barcelona, would you have the same outcome?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Arsenal will
Arsenal,
beat Barcelona.
Okay, I
Yeah,
just want,
right now,
I just
yeah.
want to see if there's consistency in this, and you wasn't just trying to
Bro,
troll.
I said there's similar.
No, it's okay. I believe you. But for me, I think Arsenal will win.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Do you
Arsenal.
think it'll be a blowout?
No. With Porto,
It'll be
no.
by two goal difference. But
Yeah,
I
that's
think
what
the
I'm
depth
thinking.
in Arsenal is going to overshadow Porto.
Yes, and I think Arsenal they've been more consistent than Barcelona, so that's why I'm taking Arsenal.
Yeah.
Speaking of the next game, February 21st, Napoli versus Barcelona. Who you got?
Who do you got?
No, I asked you. I asked you.
All right, putting me on the spot here. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
because
go-
you said they look like
I'm gonna go Barca.
quarterfinal.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Barca.
You going Barca against
with
Napoli?
Napoli.
I'm gonna go Barca.
Okay,
Yeah. I think so. I think Barca.
comfortable.
Yeah.
What about you?
I got Napoli.
Comfortable or
Comfortably. Difference of maybe 1 to 2 goals.
so a tight game?
Yeah.
I think it'll be a tight game, but I'm gonna give it to Barcelona. Tight game.
Tight game.
Yes, only because after last season, I expected more from Napoli, and they're not exactly. Maybe they'll turn it up and it'll be different, but they haven't been what I expected them to be. Granted, they were in a group with Real Madrid and all that, but I expected them to be a lot more dominant than they've been.
Yeah, no, of course, that Cinderella run that they had last season after winning Scudetti, I think it is dying down and it's slowing down. They're still a good team, but they're not what they were last season. But I think Barca, if they manage to score for us and score a goal, I think they can close out the game, and that's why I say easy. Because if they can score for us, I think it'll be easy. They'll close out the game easy.
So,
They'll keep good possession.
Osimhen or Lewandowski
Right now,
right now? Who do you think?
Us?
What?
Osman.
Osimhen, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think. Again, I think Lewandowski is past his prime.
Yeah.
Respect to the man,
He could,
but is
I agree. He's
so
past
how
his
do you
time, but
think-
he's still performing.
So why do you think Barca is gonna come out the better team than
Well,
Napoli?
What he said basically, because Napoli has not been on the same form as they were last season. Last season they were in amazing form, and this season they're not. I believe they're what are they, fourth place in their in Serie A? No, they're fifth place. So they're not what they were last season, and I think Barcelona, with the coaching that they have, if they manage to score first, I think they can close out the game nice and easy.
I see the other way.
That's what I said.
what is the greatest game to watch in this group of team or group of games?
The greatest. Ooh, that's actually a good one. Inter. That's actually good. I want to say Inter Atletico.
Yeah. And then
Are you saying greatest to watch because like
The game, if you had to pick only one to watch.
well,
watching.
so I'll give you two and I'll give you why I gave you two. I would say it would be a good.
No, you'll give me one.
No, you'll see my reason behind
he
this.
said only
You'll
one.
You'll see my reason. I'll say
question
Inter.
was
I did not ask for two.
Okay, but you'll understand. Inter Atletico, I think would be a really good game to watch to see the tactical.
But you're
battles
not
between
watching
the two. No, I would watch it, but I don't know exactly what you're asking because I would also like to watch Copenhagen Man
If
City.
you
and see
could
a
only
slaughter.
watch one game,
What am I trying
The
to
question
watch?
is
Entertainment,
one.
or am I trying to watch? Like
you
know?
tell me. That's why it's a personal question.
Well, personal question. Honestly speaking, I'll watch Inter and Atletico just to see the tactical balance. I mean, matches between the two coaches and the team. But and then the second place would be Copenhagen Man City because I want to see 7-0.
What about you?
I'm definitely gonna watch the Man City and Copenhagen. I mean, there's no need to watch my team. That's gonna be a blowout, so I don't need to watch that one.
Oh yeah, because you think Copenhagen is actually going to perform
But
good.
I think that Man City and Copenhagen, that's a game to watch out. That's gonna be a really good game.
I'm actually interested in the Leipzig and Real Madrid game.
Leipzig, Real,
I'm interested in that one.
not Napoli, Barca.
Nah, nobody wants
So
to watch
it's not, I don't think that's not a bad one.
No,
for
I
us.
mean I'm interested in Real Madrid and Leipzig, only because I think that Leipzig they could be like I don't know why, but I see that they can be a better team, you know. So it'd be interesting, and I think that Real Madrid. I mean, obviously they're class, and I can't take that away from them. But if Leipzig can step up to the plate, they can make it a very entertaining game.
Okay, valid.
Yeah, but against Madrid, I
what
don't
I'm
know,
saying.
man. Madrid
Yeah,
got
that's
some,
a tough thing to ask.
We're gonna close
Madrid
it
got
down.
some stacked players.
Yeah, it's
We're closing it down.
It's a tough ask, but again, they're not they have some injuries. They don't have Courtois. You know,
Yeah, true.
there is some room in there for.
I don't see it.
Of course, you don't see
Jude
it.
Bellingham's going to
Of
destroy.
course, you don't see it.
Jude Bellingham's going to destroy. The only thing that I am worried about, and I would like them to buy January, is a new defender because Alaba got injured. But there's talks of putting Mendy back line, and I think he's capable to pass the line.
Alaba's a good defender, isn't he?
He's injured.
But he's a good defender, though, isn't
He
he?
is. Yeah, I'm not going to say he's not. We wouldn't get him if he's not good.
Yeah, I know. We should have never sold him.
Uh,
Yeah, just how things go.